Hello everybody, I've got a different type of video for you guys tonight. My green screen is down, so I'm not going to be on the screen. So if you guys don't mind hitting the like and subscribe, I notice these kinds of videos don't get that much love for some reason because my ugly mug isn't on the front of it. But I'm going to actually go into the stocks that I bought today. I thought it was just a fantastic deal. We're in very red territory. We're worried about the Fed speech coming up on Wednesday. We've got fears in China with Evergrande is the name. They're $300 billion in debt, I believe it is. And we're gonna get into the stocks I bought, the options I bought, and what I will be continuing to do, as well as a little update on CleanSpark. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm gonna update you guys on what's going on here coming up on CleanSpark. Now let's get into the video. And here we have the stocks that I bought. I am here, this is just a picture from my mobile phone. I emailed myself, and this is on Webull. Link below for Webull. I also have Vanguard. I had bought some shares on that, but I didn't screenshot it. All I bought off Vanguard was a little bit of CleanSpark. Basically just got CleanSpark. Oh, and I bought a little bit of Ford on Vanguard. Starting off with what I first did when I first woke up is I actually bought a $14 strike price call on Ford expiring November 19th. Before this drop, so last Friday I was positive on Ford. I was up about 60 bucks on the 100 shares. I noticed when I woke up that I was negative about 20. I saw that as a golden opportunity to buy a call on Ford. And so that's what I did. I bought a call on Ford, and after that I actually bought a 1250 call on Indi expiring in January 2023. So we got a lot of time on this one, and I'm not worried in the slightest. I also bought warrants on Indi sometime last week. But as for the call, I just saw that Indi hit that $10 right when it hit like $10. It was like 10:02 when I did this. I just went and I bought that call. And same with Bingo. I saw Bingo at a nice, really close to that 5. I think it was like 540 something, I believe it was. Bought a $7 21st of January 2022. So this one expires a little sooner than the Indi, but still I felt like I gave myself enough time. I'm not planning on holding these through to expiration. I'm planning on just flipping these at some point, and that's the goal I'm looking at here. We've got AMC as well. I bought a share at right under $40. Now, I don't really talk about this one much. I do have a couple of shares. I actually like to swing a portion of this. I like to hold on long term to some of it, swing a portion, make my money, get in and get out. It has relatively decent amount of volatility, enough where so you can make a decent profit if you're patient with it. So I did buy just one share just to nibble at it here. If it continues to drop throughout the week, I will buy a little bit more, but it's very highly speculative. There's, it's not about fundamentals. People can say the fundamentals are bad, whatever it is, but in my opinion, it's definitely about the short squeeze. And as for fundamentals, they are actually turning it around. So I definitely like AMC. Now getting into Cardano, we are dropping. It is actually lower than the strike, or lower than the price that I bought it at. I am happy to continue buying. I actually bought some earlier before I got off work, so I bought a little bit more. I bought another 10. I'm just nibbling at it. I will continue to buy if it goes under $2, and I will be buying heavier as it drops. And I'm not really worried about that one at all. It's the overall market. Crypto's down as a whole. We've got, I believe it was JP Morgan putting a price target for Ethereum at about $1,500, I believe it was. So that just put a big damper on the market, and I believe that's the main reason for that. So I went ahead and bought through, buying through the FUD, buying through the fear, and that's just what I like to do there. Now, as for AMD, this is one that I mentioned in my last video. I'll leave a link below where you guys can just find it on my channel. So AMD, I bought 2 shares at 186. I saw that it dropped from the previous price on Friday that I was still okay with buying at that price. So now it's even that much more of a better deal, and I did just nibble at it. And for this one, I'm planning on a position size of about $1,000 to $2,000, depending on where this one goes. If it continues dropping, I will be buying in the 90s or any lower, no problem. Building up a position to about $1,000 to $2,000, depending on my opportunities. And that's just what I'm doing with that one, but I definitely like it. I will continue to buy that one throughout the week, throughout the months, and build out my position. Now, as for one that I actually haven't had before, I believe I did have some shares, but I just swing traded them and got out. I did get some Sofi at a 15.5 strike. 1st of October. It is a little soon. I might have jumped the gun on that one a little too soon. Maybe I should have gone with a farther out time, but we'll see how that one does. I like it where it's at. And it's just another one, to give me a little more diversification. We'll see if they end up getting that bank charter. I definitely like Sofi. I actually use their platform once in a while. It's for some reason I can't set up my stock account. It might be a glitch with the system. It might be something I'm doing wrong. But I've tried it a few times and I just haven't been able to set up my stock account. But everything else on it is awesome. They have like, they've got a lot on there, and I recommend checking out the system. It's like all in one essentially, and I do like SoFi as in terms of their product. Getting into this was getting towards the end of the day here. I bought a CleanSpark $15 call for 19th of November. I only bought one. I do have a lot of CleanSpark in my Vanguard. I've got a couple hundred shares at this point. I've got some calls. It's pretty high up there in terms of weight in my portfolio, so I'm just kind of like holding off a little bit on that, and I'm actually going to give you an update here about CleanSpark at the end of this video really quick after I get through the last one that I purchased today, at least in terms of on my webull account. I did buy a little bit of Indi. I saw it there at that under $6 price. Not worried in the least. They did just get their miners up and running, 600 so far, and they should be merging here soon at some point in the fourth quarter, which means October to December. And definitely like this one, I can definitely see hype coming up towards the merger. If there's any news of it coming or approaching, the merger approaching closer, there will be definitely hype leading up to it, and probably a sell-off after the merger, which is typical. And that's all I got for you here as an update on what I've bought. Now getting into CleanSpark's news real quick, and I might do a whole video tomorrow about this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But we have here that Matthew Schultz, which is the executive chairman, is going to be participating in a fireside chat at the BTIG Future of Digital Assets Conference on Wednesday, the September 22nd. This is going to be Wednesday in just 2 days from now. Here we have in quotes, "We appreciate BTIG taking an important role in investor education by hosting an event specifically focused on digital assets," said Schultz. So this was Matthew Schultz of CleanSpark that said this. "Like CleanSpark, the team at BTIG has roots in energy, and they have a fundamental understanding of the tremendous long-term value our energy expertise brings to our digital currency mining business." Very well said. I like that. So quite interesting here. I doubt that it'll really bring the stock much higher. Probably going to be slept on like most things that are going on in terms of CleanSpark. And I'm sure just what's going on overall in the market will overshadow this. You know, if it's a red day in the market, CleanSpark could be red on Wednesday. If it's a green day in the market, CleanSpark will probably be green. I'm going to check out the chart real quick just to top this one off. And if you look closely, we are gapped down, just like the majority of the market actually, guys, did gap down. So we'll see if we try to fill that gap. It could or it could not happen. And looking at the RSI is rebounding from that oversold territory. I definitely like the look of that. That's looking good to me. And we did get close to this base, and this was based on this drop was based on the executive compensation, which I don't see it doing that again. I see us definitely coming up, probably filling that gap, although I don't think the gap has anything to do with the fact that we probably are going to be coming back up and getting back into trading at this channel. So for me right now, I'm taking advantage of CleanSpark. I'll probably be buying a little bit more shares tomorrow, maybe buying another call. But like I said, I'm pretty leveraged into this one, so I might just be just kind of ease into it. But I am pretty heavily weighted into CleanSpark in terms of my total portfolio size. And that's all I got for you today in terms of a little update and what I will be buying and what I've bought so far. And I'll continue to be watching all of these stocks very closely. I'll be looking for deals. I'll continue to watch AMD. CleanSpark looking good. Indi looking great. You know, just a big market sell-off so far. I'm not worried in the least. If it keeps dropping, I will keep buying. I do have a relatively long time horizon. You guys might be different, so do your own research. But, you know, if these continue to drop over the next month or two, I will just continue to buy. No problem for me. I will continue to average in as well as buy. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update. I know I'm not in front of the screen or anything. Sorry about that. But if you guys could hit the like, because it definitely helps me out. These types of videos don't get too much love, it seems. And I appreciate all you guys, and peace out until the next one.